Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I did this Eren Yeager tutorial, go ahead and keep watching. Anything that I'm using in this tutorial I will leave in the description box down below. I usually have links for everything and alright, let's just get into it. I'll zoom you guys in now. Now that we're zoomed in, you can see that I don't really have too much on my face, but I did put on my skin tint and I did do my bronzing. But my tip with the bronzer, especially for this look, because Eren Yeager has no warmth in his face whatsoever at this point, and we want to capture that depressive look without looking too crazy. Again, this is supposed to be like a wearable, I'm going out as Eren Yeager, not full-on cosplay. So I took my Fenty matchstick in amber, and as you can see, it's this very cool toned bronzer. I believe it's a bronzer for fair skin, but because I'm more of a light to medium, it works more as a cool toned contour. But I put it exactly where I would normally put my bronzer, and I did it here to make my cheekbones pop out a little bit. Because I don't want them to look too gaunt, but I still want to have that effect. And I put it a little bit here on my jawline just to make my angles pop, because Eren Yeager's, I'll put in the image here, his face is very, it stands out. He has very sharp angles, and we want to capture that without doing a full-on like contour. And I did a little bit on my hairline here, again, just normally where I place my bronzer. And I did a little bit on my nose down the sides, a little bit of nose contour, only because we're going to be doing a lot of effects around our eyes. What I'm going to do is take this shade Java. It's another Lime Crime software blush. It doesn't have too much of a color pickup, like it's not too pigmented if you go in very light-handedly, but I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on my face using a denser brush just to give my face some color without it being too crazy, without taking away too much. Again, this is also, I think, a little bit more of a cooler tone, and this one is the matte finish. Eren Yeager has no glow to his face. He is very sad and depressed, and he basically has no life. So we want to capture that, but we still want to look cute. So I decided to not use a highlighter for today's look, and I'm just going to try to keep my products as matte as I can. A demi-matte works just fine. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this cream concealer. Again, he doesn't have any like brightness in his eyes at this point in the story. So you don't want to go in with, you don't want to necessarily brighten, but again, this is a makeup look, so you want it to look nice. So I'm taking a concealer shade that is basically my skin tone, but today I'm going to use this one under my eyes. I'm going to go into my eyebrows, and I only decided to do this on camera because when looking at Eren Yeager, he's got very heavy eyebrows. I'm not going to give myself crazy heavy eyebrows like that, but I am going to make them a bit more dark and noticeable than I usually do them. Today I'm going to be using my brow gel and my pen, which I normally don't do because the brow gel will kind of cover up any bald spots that I have without it being too noticeable, because I don't like a very heavy eyebrow. So all you really need to do to kind of capture Eren's eyebrows is just make sure that they're a little bit thicker or a little bit darker than they normally are. And then I'm going to take the pen, and I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to do it as I normally would. Again, I want my eyebrows to be my eyebrows. I don't want them to look like I dipped them in a dip brow or anything. So I'm going to take the powder that I normally use for my face, and I'm going to just tap it in under my eyes. So looking at the image of Eren, he has a lot of depression lines, and you can tell that there are bags underneath here, and he's got heavy bags here. Like his eyebrows sit very heavy and low to his eye, but I don't want to look like this, right? Like he kind of has a look like this. I don't want to look like that. I want to look like myself. but I want to have that Eren Yeager effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Play-Doh's face palette and I'm going to take that cool toned, just like I did for my Naruto whisker look. But I'm just going to take the crease of my eye and I'm just going to apply it right in the crease. And because it is a cool tone and we used a cool toned bronzer, it's just going to look like a natural, it's just going to have nice color play when you're blending everything out. And there we go. And that's what we're going to do for the upper lid. What we're going to do down below is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to need a angled brush. I'll take that same cooler tone just because it already matches my cream contour. And you're gonna want to follow your eye shape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find, for me it's easy because I know that my sleep lines start here and I didn't get a good night's rest. So it's a bit more obvious for me. But you could definitely fake this if you are well rested and have wonderful skin. I'm jealous of you. Like, I'm not going to take it all the way down and underneath. And then I'm going to take my little blending brush and I'm just going to soften that line. What I am going to do is take a brown liquid liner. And because we don't have too much crazy eyeshadow on top, you're more than welcome to wear false lashes with this look. I'm not going to wear false lashes with this look. I'm just going to use eyeliner to make my eyes kind of pop out. So I'm just going to go to the outer corner of my eye. I'm not going to do like a cat wing or anything like that. I'm just going to follow my natural eye shape and already my eye looks really more dramatic. So as you can see, without that line and then looking at these like lower lines, this eye at least still looks more lifted and awake, and this one does look really droopy. This one realistically looks more like the cosplay effect, and then this one is just more of a makeup look. So I went and did my other eyeliner off camera. I figured you kind of know how to do your eyeliner at this point. I did drag out these outer edges a little bit further than normal just to make my eyes a little bit larger. But that's it. Nothing fancy, not really a winged. And again, I just followed my natural eye shape. We're going to take our freckle pen again, but this time I'm going to take my ColourPop freckle pen. This one's in soft brown. And using his image as reference, he has 6 lines under his eye. And they're kind of in the front, so we're gonna kind of go underneath this line here and work up. But it does follow the shape of his eye. So mine is a little bit rounder than his. He has more kind of like almond shape eyes. So you just want to follow your shape. And there's 6 of them. So what I'm going to do is mark them with my freckle pen. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this smaller like detailing brush, and I have this shade in my Nabla Cutie palette, this more berry shade that I'm going to use. It's the Botanic Juice shade, and this is more of just like a nice plummy reddish shade. It doesn't have to be a maroon shade. I'm only using this tone because the other products that I'm using on my face, I feel like it flatters. So you just find a red tone that you like. I've done this look with the deep red in the Club Nebula palette, but that felt more like costumey. I wanted this to be more of like a makeup look. And then over the dots, I'm just gonna place that eyeshadow. So as you can see, it has like that tighten effect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an even smaller, like eyeliner brush. This is the Nabla N201. So if you have a similar little like pencil brush like this, that's probably perfect. And I'm gonna start from the outside, and you just wanna flick the shadow out. And it's up to you how much you want to dramatize your Titan look. You can go all the way down if you want. I'm just going to leave it there. I think that's fine. This is giving me Eren Yeager vibes. So I'm going to go ahead and do my other Titan marks on the other side, and I will be right back. We dragged out that line before, and I'm just going to take this NYX eyeshadow, or excuse me, this NYX pencil eyeliner, and I'm just going to take it and kind of pop out that corner of my eye. And have it meet. And that's it. There you go. A little bit of anime eye contour. You're going to do the same to the other side. What I like to do is I like to see where I want my line to end and then flick it out. So I went ahead and did my lashes off camera. My eyelashes are still mad at me from all that eyelash glue because they're not wanting to lift, but that's fine. A more dramatic look would make this, I think, look a bit cuter. I did take a nude eyeshadow, or not a nude eyeshadow, I did take a nude eyeliner. Again, just like how I did Naruto's look, just where in the parts where you can see it, just so it opens my eye. So as you can see are my little grandma marks. They're there, but they're not too noticeable. They just make it look a little bit distressed in my eye. And this is my final look. I even have my hair in the like Eren bun. Am I giving you Eren Yeager vibes right now? I hope so. He's my absolute favorite. He's kind of best boy. I really like how this look turned out. This is really fun for me. I'm probably gonna go out to dinner tonight, and I can't wait. Hopefully whoever is taking my order has watched Attack on Titan so we can talk about it. If you like this tutorial and you want to see more, go ahead and give this video a like and go ahead and subscribe. If you have any thoughts or opinions on Attack on Titan, let me know in the comments down below. If you've never watched Attack on Titan before, go and watch it. It's one of my favorite series. Eren Yeager is my favorite guy. And I will see you guys next time with my next tutorial. Bye!